To race number 3 on Skagit Speedway's 1987 racing schedule. Behind me is the ambulance, and unfortunately last week the ambulance was quite busy here at Skagit. It was involved 3 times in the heat races. 3 separate occasions, 6 cars got upside down. Luckily, only one serious injury to Gil Hanley of Bellevue. He received a cut on the head, and he was back at the track before the program concluded last Saturday night. Of course, he'll be out of action for quite some time. Some exciting main events. We'll be talking with last week's main event winners right after this. Fred Brownfield, last week's sprint car main event winner here at Skagit Speedway. Fred, a very good night for you. Your first win in a couple of years in main event action.
Yeah, it was. We last couple of years have been running a little bit short on good quality equipment. I mean, the equipment we had was excellent, but it wasn't put together like this campaign is this year.
This will be your 3rd week now driving for Steve Kuhn, a former driver. How is it driving for a former driver? Easier than driving for just a regular owner?
At first, I thought it might be a little critical because of his expertise also. He might be able to pick out the places where I made mistakes and stuff, but actually it was a lot better because he knows what it's like to be in those positions in that situation, so it was easier to get along with him, and he was able to help support some of the changes that we made during the course of the night that made us ultimately quicker.
Is there any way to analyze the problems we had last week in heat races? Now, I haven't seen any video of the action, but I know it was pretty hectic and wild. Is there any way to look back on it? Some people thought it was the track, and other people say, well, it wasn't the track, it was just one of those nights. Everybody was just going hot for it.
Well, granted, everybody's running hard. You know, it's early on in the season. The purse is up good. You know, everybody's got, you know, good motors and good tires, so they're running harder. The racetrack itself, it definitely had a curb halfway up the second groove, and when you get a curb up there, some of the younger, inexperienced drivers, they come in and they straddle it, and it hooks the left rear tire, and it bikes the car up. And next thing you know, the nose is up, and they're out of control. I'm not picking on them, but it just takes a lot of time to actually learn how to run that kind of a surface. You know, perhaps if they'd have slowed down a little bit, maybe the problems would have been fewer.
Mm-hmm. Your cars seem to be handling extremely well, especially down low.
Well, early on we were going to try to run the car up on top, and we watched the curb building, and it got worse and it got worse, and so just before the main event we tightened it up a little bit to run around the bottom a little more, and towards the end of the main we did move the car up on the cushion a little better, and we changed some of the entry lines and stuff, but it ran real well.
You got some new backing behind this car this year. Can you tell us about them?
Well, yeah, we got the Walgren Tire Centers and Oak Harbor Auto Center, and those folks are just recent into racing this year, and you know, we went to them this last fall and talked with them and put together a program with them, and we're really excited to have them on board, and they were definitely one of the links we needed to put together what we feel is a competitive you know, combination, and they've got real good help behind us now, and so we're real excited to have them on board.
What does it take to win 2 in a row?
Well, a whole lot of luck, a lot of hard work out of the crew and myself as well. And you know, if the track comes in, if I guess the track right, we don't have any heat race problems, and we run a good clean main, we should be there. Not necessarily will we win, but we're going to give it every effort.
All right. Look for Fred Brownfield, car number 66, in or near the winner.
Keep it up, hopefully.
Now, I suppose your dad was giving you all kinds of advice during the racing action. Did he tell you anything going into the race that maybe helped you win, or anything new?
No, he just told me on the start. He said, just you got to get him on the start, otherwise you're going to be following the rest of the race. And he said, just stay consistent and smooth and try not to make any mistakes.
How was the track conditions for you as a driver last week?
Oh, it was all right. It got a little dry coming off of 2 and off of 4, but other than that, it was a good racetrack.
What do you think of the super modified division there this year? It looks like a very, very competitive division.
Yeah, there is. There's probably 18 to 20 cars that could win every week. You know, it's tough. There's a lot of good cars.
Who do you think will be if you want to win 2 in a row, who are going to be the guys you have to beat tonight?
Oh, everybody. Probably Lentz and Funk and Price and almost everybody.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to be running Dirt Cup this year?
I don't know. We're working on trying to get a big motor together. I hope so, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Is it really a waste of time for a regular modified driver to run Dirt Cup without making any engine changes?
I think so, because you've got to come up here and you want to win and you want to be competitive, and you just can't compete with them 410s with a 292. There just ain't no way.
That's right. Dennis Army, car number 37 in the modified division. He'll be going after number 2 tonight. With last weekend's late model feature winner, Bob Kennedy of Bellingham. Bob, you're part of a driving team this year. Does it make it any tougher not being able to drive each week?
Well, it's a little bit tough, but it kind of works out good. We both have a lot of input into each other's driving, so we get twice as much out of driving. You know, you can look at it, plus you know what you would do in your instance. So it helps a lot, and it doesn't hurt that much.
Right. What made you decide to team up this year?
Money. It's an expensive sport, and we figured the two of us could do it twice as good with a little less money, and so far it's worked out real well.
Now, you're president of the late model division. There was a lot of questions over the off-season. Would they be back? They are back. You've got about 12 cars now. Can we see any more coming down the line, and any changes in this division in the future?
Oh yeah, we've got probably another half a dozen cars coming. It's just they're not ready yet, and each week I think you'll see a few more cars come.
I see there's a new one tonight, number 54.
Right. If we can keep that up, it just takes a few extra weeks for a lot of guys to get ready, and they'll come around.
Tell us about this car. It was the car that Pete Harding drove to the championship with last year. Tell us what's under the hood and what's behind it.
Well, it's a Bullet chassis car from Indiana, and the motor, Myron Gimmer built it. It was a sprint car motor. It's a 402 cubic inch motor. Everything's excellent so far. You can't beat it.
No, well, you're 2 for 2 and maybe 3 for 3 tonight. The number 1 car here at Skagit. Number 17 modified here at Skagit Speedway. Dave, let's talk about your racing career. You've been in the modified division for a number of years, and how's it feeling this year so far?
Real good. One of the best years yet so far, Ted. Feeling real comfortable.
The modified division looks very, very competitive. We were just talking with Dennis Army about it, and he says on any given night, anybody could win.
Yeah, it is. Equipment is a lot better. Everybody's just, any given night, anybody can win.
Can you analyze and look back maybe 5 years ago? People were calling the modified division the death division. It was just about over. Late models actually had more cars, and I think you were down to maybe 15, 16 cars at one time. Why has it taken off?
I think the sprint cars have got a lot to do with it, because sprint car racing over the United States is just growing, and people are beginning to recognize the cars with the wings on the top, and a lot of guys ain't got enough money to run at a full-blown sprint car every week, so this year is just a step below, and I think that's helped quite a bit.
Now, when did you get your start racing? Was it here at Skagit?
Here at Skagit Speedway.
What year?
1982, I believe. I ran a half a year at Evergreen Speedway and decided the dirt was where it was at, so here we are.
Is there any comparisons? There's the obvious comparisons about driving on the dirt compared to the asphalt, but you as a driver, do you get a bigger thrill racing on dirt?
Oh yeah, much. It's not go down the straightaway and step on the brakes like on the asphalt. You go down the straightaway and step on the gas on the dirt.
Now, have you had a chance to get back on the asphalt after running dirt?
Yeah, I ran a Spanaway a couple times last summer, and I didn't like it at all. Of course, the car wasn't set up for it, so we were having a tough time. But I just decided that we'd stay with the dirt.
You've had a chance to run some of the tracks down in California and Oregon, especially Oregon this spring. How was that for you?
It was a lot of fun. It gives you a little better perspective when you come up here for opening night, and maybe you got a little jump on somebody, you know.
For the fans that don't get a chance to travel, that just stick by Skagit Speedway, how are some of the tracks compared to this racetrack here?
Poor.
Really?
Yeah, especially in Oregon. The racetracks don't have anywhere near the facilities we have here. California, they do a lot of racing, so their tracks are pretty good. But Oregon is, they got a lot to be desired.
Is the overall facilities down there, is the clay different?
Yeah, it's got more rocks in it than we do here, and it dries out a lot faster. And it just doesn't seem to be as fun to run on as is here.
In your career so far, David, what's been the biggest thrill you've had?
Oh, geez. This year, I guess, so far, just finishing as well as we've done. This seems to be the best year so far.
Well, that's a key factor. Butch Gilbert last year, he didn't win a lot of main events, but he was there second, third, fourth, fifth every week, and he won a championship that way. And that seems to be the way to do it.
That's what we're trying for, finishing the top 5 every week, and maybe we'll be around at the end of the year.
What's it going to take to win on the racetrack tonight?
Oh, it looks like they're probably going to get dry with this sun, and Dave said he didn't water a lot because he didn't want to see the corners get like they did last week down there. So imagine it's been a guy that's been sitting on the pole the past 3 weeks have been the ones that are winning. So just stay out of trouble and be around at the finish, and I think that's what it's going to take.
When there are a lot of accidents like there was last week in the main event or in the heat races, does a driver like yourself, do you get a little psyched out wondering, is all those 6 cars flip in turn 1 and your race is coming up? Does that bother you any at all?
Oh, not really. Just kind of put it out of your mind and don't worry about it. It does until you get out there on the racetrack, and then you just forget about it.
So who are some of your sponsors behind the car this year?
Lamb's Automotive and Linwood has still been helping us a lot, and Kernstein Oil in Snohomish. He's been doing a real good job. We owe a lot to Steve Kernstein, and Jim and Ted. A couple of guys have been helping out all along, and they've really done a good job.
Now the Dirt Cup, of course, coming up next month. Will Dave Smith be racing that?
Oh, you betcha. We'll be here.
Make any changes on the car?
Yeah, we got a cast iron 406 to put in, and we hope to stay alive and be here for that race.
I know it's always a thrill to be able to race against the Jimmy Sills and the Tim Greens and those bunch, and I guess it's a thrill for you as a modified driver as well.
Oh, you betcha. And those guys, they really teach you a lot. We ran with them at the Gold Cup last fall and this spring down at Mini Gold Cup with the Kinzers and Doties and Sills. And those perfect gentlemen, when they go by, they know that you're a lot slower than them, and they could bump you all the way if they wanted. But they take a nice clean line and go right on by you, and they're just nicest guys to run with, and we'd be glad to see them here at Dirt Cup.
When you travel, can you learn a lot and bring something back here to Skagit?
Well, yeah, that's what reason why we travel, so we can learn and get some more laps and just watch what these guys are doing and learn different setups for different nights, and it's helped us a great bit.
What would be the ultimate goal in racing for Dave Smith?
Win a championship here at Skagit.
And it can be done?
Yeah, maybe this year.
Maybe this year. Dave Smith, car number 17, one of the modifieds to watch this year.
Ready for the first green flag of the evening, courtesy of Jim Dennis, and we have got it. It's Evans and Houghton wheel to wheel. Houghton takes the lead as they go down the back straightaway. Houghton at 21, Evans at 24. Bill Houghton starting to pull away in car number 21. 3 abreast down the back straightaway. Look at Becker going the 99. All the way into second with a daring move. Those super modified drivers, they starting back in the pack. The ones with the most points, and they want to move up to the front ASAP to get a good starting spot for the feature. It's Houghton the 21, Becker the 99, Hancock the 98, the top 3. Becker with his sights set on the leader right now. We'll see if he can catch up. We've got a yellow flag. Hancock slowing down in the number 98 car. Right rear tire is no more on car number 98. So we go yellow, and Evans goes to the pit area as well. Main event time, main event semi-inverted here in Skagit. Green flag. See if Houghton can hold up. Becker on the outside, ready to make a move. Wheel to wheel, wing to wing into turn number 3. Looks like Becker might have done it. Yes, he has. Sean Becker, car 99. Looking strong. He could be off and away in this one. It's Becker, Houghton, Evans, and McFadden. Setting the pace. Couple more laps to go. It is all Sean Becker, the 99 car. Current super modified point leader. He won the features that night. There was a white flag, 1 lap to go. One more time around for Becker, Houghton, Evans, and McFadden. Out of turn number 4, it'll be Becker picking up the win. Houghton the 21 second, 73, and Evans and the 05 series, Mark McFadden, and the Mike Evans of
Roy Rasmussen, car number 74. Roy Rasmussen, 8 laps. Heat race number 2. Green flag. Top finishers qualify for the main event. Time to do it is right now. Early leader, Dave Lett's car, 77. Jerry Bundy in second. Jimmy Carr 3rd. Bobby Vaughn. kept him on all fours anyway. Bobby Bond crossing the line the other direction.
Randy Ridge, the 60-minute tune special, Rory Price, and the 37 feature winner from last week, Dennis Army. They take the green flag and go into 1 out of 2 down the back straightaway amidst all the smoke coming from the 50 of Hyatt. The car going hard into turn 3, chasing the 69 car of Ron Perkins. And Hyatt really getting things smoking up in the number 50 car. He pulled it down to the edge of the infield. Dennis Army bicycling on 2 wheels, able to bring it back down. Barely. The leader, though, looking good in the former Steve Q and Todd Noddy. Rod Perkins, number 69, Supermana 5. Randy Ridge running second, car 12. A couple of drivers that have really improved over the last little while here at Skagit Speedway, setting the pace out there. Dennis Army, he's on a roll right now after his feature win last week, the 37 car. Good battle. Here comes Rory Price in the 60. Watch the battle to the lead as they come out of turn number 4. To complete lap number 5, Randy Ridge is going to try and make a move on Rod Perkins. Down the back straightaway, here comes Dennis Army. What's going to happen? Into turn number 3, back out of 4, just 2 laps to go. Army slides into second spot. He's going to try and go for number 1. Down the backstretch, Rod Perkins, Dennis Army, Randy Ridge, some problems. What a tough break for the 12 car. White flag, 1 lap to go. Here comes Army. Dennis Army on the inside takes the lead. What a move. And he looks like we'll go on to victory in a lap pass. Dennis Army. Rod Perkins, he's still pleased. Nonetheless, about second spot, third place, Rory Price. That'll earn himself a feature main event starting spot, something he got the first week out, but not last week. And fourth, Randy Ridge. That'll still put him in.
Down to number 4, green flag. We're batting 500 on the starts tonight. That's all right.
Lightler, and the 66, Fred Brownfield. Green flag. Gladys's car going sour off the green. Luckily, everybody getting by. Gladys will go immediately to the pit area. Jay Pullman, the 7, the lead car. Alan Munn, the 42, Fred Brownfield all the way from the back of the field. He's running third. Your feature winner from last week. The 7 of Jay Pullman, still the leader, setting the pace up there. The Clear Lake driver leading the way around. 42, Alan Munn. 66, Fred Brownfield trying to make a move on Munn. It's the top 3 that start in the top 9 positions in the sprint car division, so those 3 drivers are safe for the time being. Pullman's car going sour. Alan Munn nowhere to go. Brownfield on the outside, but still the leader. You just never know what's going to happen as we go yellow. Oh, what a tough break for Jay Pullman, but a good job of driving. Need to go. Denny Smith. We're halfway through this one. Green flag. Steve Lightler sneaks by Brownfield into second spot. It's Alan Munn leading the way around. Brownfield trying to find the combination to get back into the runner-up position. Lightler got a bit of a jump on the restart. It is Munn, Lightler, Hewitt, and Denny Smith. Just a couple of laps to go. Alan Munn, the 42 car, looking strong. White flag, 1 more lap to go. Brownfield's going to give it 1 more shot to get around Lightler. Down the backstretch, Munn, Lightler, Brownfield, watch them battle for second. It'll be Alan Munn picking up the win second. Steve Lightler, third. Fred Brownfield, fourth. Denny Smith in the 44 car.
73 from Seattle, sponsored by Eds Automotive and Machines, Superior Tire, Davis and Hoffman Auto Body, Snap-on Tools, Mark Houston of Seattle. Green flag.
The 16E car, Surrey, BC, currently third in the point standings. The B&E Auto Supply sprinter, Tony Lutar. Green flag. They go into turn number 1 out of 2 rather cautiously. The leader, Bobby Burrow, looking to turn turn his luck around here tonight. Our 7B leading the way. They'll be trying to get in there along with Alan Munn and Jerry Edson in our sprint car trophy now. Coming up a little bit later on tonight, it's Burrow, the leader. 04 Gilbert, 27 Eliason. Lutar having some handling problems in the 16T. He's running third in the point standings, and he has got a fair ways to go to get into that number 3 spot. And you've got to get into the top 3 if you want to start in the top 9 in the main event. That's the way we do it here at Skagit. So Tony Lutar's got a little way to go to get into that top 3. The leader, Bob Pearl, all by himself, running away with this one. The beautifully prepared 7B, which Gilbert, as steady as ever, running second, the 04. Third, Eliason. A couple of veteran drivers running in the second and third position. They started the super modified class here at Skagit, now running in sprint cars. Doug Whitney fourth, Tony Lutar still fifth as we get a white flag. One more lap to go. It is all Bobby Burrow. Here's the battle for third. Lutar just might sneak in there if he pushes it. Here comes the checkered flag and the win for Bob Burrow. And that crew very happy. Butch Gilbert will get second. Here comes the battle for third. It's going to be Eliason. Third place, fourth, barely, will go to Doug Whitney. And fifth to Tony Lutar.
8 laps, heat race number 1. Green flag. Jeff Fletcher jumps out to the early lead. Number 36, Jeff Fletcher, moving under second. Gets third. Perlber's fourth. Can you imagine so far tonight? No jumping to the starts. Everybody's been cool on that. That's tremendous. Jeff Fletcher, leader, Louie Nutter running second. Nutter won his very first trophy dash last week here at Skagit Speedway. The first one is turn. Look out, we get a traffic jam. Fletcher gets a little squirrely. Nutter was right behind him now. Hurlbert flips into second, car number 1. Yearling car, 36, Jeff Fletcher, the win car. Mike Hurlbert running second. Louie Nutter third in the 51. Fourth gets in the 54. Done a fine job on the Skagit play. We've got the leaders now coming up on traffic. A black flag for Hamner in the 01. Fletcher getting through. Hurlbert right there in the 1 car. And the back straightaway. Let's see if Fletcher's got to hold on. Halfway through. Fletcher getting a little high coming out of 4. Here comes Hurlbert in the 1 car. Hurlbert takes the lead. Car number 1. Mike Hurlbert, your leader. Fletcher trying to get him back down the back straightaway. Not enough room right now. Into 3 out of 4 is Mike Hurlbert, Jeff Fletcher, Louie Nutter, Doug Gett, Tim Wassine. There's the white flag. 1 lap to go for Mike Hurlbert, the 1 car. One more time around. Hurlbert, Fletcher, Nutter, your top 3 down the back straightaway. Mike Hurlbert looking real strong into turn number 3 out of 4. And there's the heat race win coming in. Mike Hurlbert running second. Jeff Fletcher, car number 36. Adam Langley running third. Car number 51. Louis Nutter from Mount Vernon. And Doug Getz, car number 54 from Fort Orchard. Fred Getz.
Mike Powers in the Tom Bigelow machine, and car 15. Second place in points, Ken Fleming out of Ferndale. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our first faulty start of the night. It was our last heat race. We almost got through all of them. Very close. Try it again. Levine and Smith. Green flag. Door to door into turn 1. The 7 and the 71. Down the back straightaway. Levine trying to turn his luck around this year. That is for sure. Tim Levine, the 7. Terry Smith, the 71. Ken Fleming, the 15. Mike Powers, the 40. Grant Robbins, the 97. Terry Smith off the racetrack on the back straightaway. He drops back. Levine opening up a lead now in the number 7 car. It's the 15 of Fleming running second. Mike Powers in the good-looking number 40 Tom Bigelow late model third. Smith, Robbins, the top 5 as Kurt goes to the pit area in the 18 car. We're coming up to the halfway point in this one. Ken Fleming, car up in smoke. And Powers goes into second. Levine still the leader. And what a tough break for Ken Fleming in the number 15 late model. And he will not make it to the pits. We will go yellow. Will precede the dashes. Green flag. It's Levine the leader as we go green again. A couple more laps to go. Smith second, Powers third, Robbins fourth. In 4 nice looking late models. And is that my imagination or is there fuel coming out of the number 7 car, Levine? I think I see a trail of something coming out of the right rear part of the car. And I'm not sure, it may just be smoke or steam. Levine the leader though. Attention in the pit area, might want to check on the 7 car when he pulls off the racetrack. Levine, he will pick up the win nonetheless. And there is a problem. As Terry Smith finishes second, that'll put him in the trophy dash. Mike Powers and Grant Robbins. And a 4.
That one more time. I'd like to even get the Seattle people home in time to watch 11 o'clock news. Not a 4, green flag. Redmond's answer to E.J. Boyd, your leader, Joe Hancock, running second, Tim Cadell, running third, Johnny Hyatt. And a number 4, Joe Hancock, Tim Cadell, John Hyatt, John Norton, Lyle Woods. In the 74. Hancock all by himself, 98 machine right now. Now for second, Cadell and John Hyatt. Woods getting a little squirrely out of 4, and Mr. Rice has nowhere to go. Take this opportunity to thank our banners on the main gate. Actually, the back of the stands on your way in tonight. Green flag. John Hyatt slips underneath Tim Cadell, 4 seconds spot. Your leader all the while, car number 98, Joe Hancock, running second. A good battle. Tim Cadell in the 55 and Johnny Hyatt in the 50. advanced drivers in this division, so
Sean Becker, Dennis Army, Alan Raper, and Dave Lentz ready to go green. And we've got a green flag. It is Sean Becker down the back straightaway, the 99 car. Completing lap number 1, the 99, the 77 of Dave Lentz, putting the pressure on right behind him. Sean Becker trying to do what he did opening night, sweep the program. He's got a long way to go, but he'll be on his way if he can do it here. White flag, 1 lap to go. Dave Lentz, the 77, running behind him. Alan Raper and Dennis Harvey. Down the back straightaway, through 3 out of 4. Sean Becker.
Everett, Bob Burrow. 3 cars, 3 laps, the sprint car trophy dash. Green flag. Alan Bunn, Jerry Ensign, Bob Burrow in that order down the back straightaway. Ensign on the inside's got the 76 car working fine tonight, as is the Bunn machine. Bunn's been right up there all season long. The driver you can never count out, the veteran 42, Alan Bunn. Burrow now trying to slip by Ensign into second. Into 3 out of 4, there's a white flag. It said very quick 3 laps. Alan Bunn, Jerry Ensign, and Bob Burrow. It's been a while for Alan Bunn in the winter circle here as far as Trophy Dash Motor is concerned. And into 3 out of 4, there's a routine Trophy Dash ride for Alan Bunn, car 42, Jerry Ensign second, and Mr. Bob Burrow finishing third in the 7B. 3 cars, 3 laps, late model Trophy Dash, Herbert, Fletcher, and Smith. Green flag. Into turn number 1, Jeff Fletcher. Yes, he decides to make a turn. I thought maybe he might visit drag racing business and go straight. A year later, Mike Hurlbert, car number 1. Running second, Jerry Smith, the 71, Jeff Fletcher third in car number 36. Mike Hurlbert flying the number 1 machine around the Skagit clay tonight, looking real good. Into 3 out of 4, there's a white flag. 1 lap to go, we're down to 2-car races. Jeff Fletcher brings the 36 machine to the pits. Hurlbert almost losing it in turn number 2. Here comes Smith. It may be too late. Into number 3 and number 4, and it is. It's Mike Hurlbert picking up the trophy dash. Terry Smith running second, car number 71.
Lindquist and Perkins ready to go. 18 cars, 20 laps. We are ready to go racing. Good start. They go 3 abreast down the front straightaway. Into 1 out of 2 down the back stretch. It is Lindquist and Perkins in that order. Let's hope we can get a lap in. And they all come out of turn 4. We do just not. Look at the battle for the lead. Here comes Lance trying to make a move on Lindquist. Ross Lindquist doing a good job right now, holding on to the lead. The 34 car. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, he has got some hard chargers behind him. We got trouble in 2. Watch out in turn 2. Everybody gets out of it in pretty good shape, considering what could have happened over there in the world. And we go back to racing here. Look, traffic lights are out. 2 complete, 18 to go. Lindquist has a lot of pressure behind him. Green flag. Oh no! Turn number 1, it's Dave Lentz upside down. And a chain reaction, we go red. We'll get a report on the condition of Lentz. You can see him moving around over there. It wasn't a super nasty flip, but we were certainly hoping to avoid any of this. We had more than our share of it last week. And hopefully things sorted out. Lindquist and Lance tapping wheels as they went into turn 1, battling for the lead, and it was Lance that got upside down. Hap Kemp's on the scene. Hap?
Yeah, they're okay.
Well, runners right now. It should be interesting. Ross Lindquist, 34, the leader. Green flag.
Look at this, 3 abreast, turn 2, Dennis Army. Oh my, what a move.
Dennis Army, your new leader. Did you see that in turn 2 on the outside? Dennis Army with an unbelievable move right up against the wall. Your new leader. It's the 65 of Jim Carr running second. The 34 of Ross Lindquist is third. We've got Ed Evans and Rod Perkins. The top 5 drivers combined have a total of 1 feature victory here in Skagit. And Dennis Army just did that last weekend. Things are competitive in this division, that's for sure. Perkins gets up into the rough stuff, and Gary Funk goes into 5th. Alan Raper, I should say, in 5th at 13. Here are your 2 leaders. 37, Dennis Army. Jim Carr trying to close up the gap in the 65 machine. It looks like he may be doing just that. Watch the battle. Cedro Woolley, Dennis Army. 80, British Columbia. Jim Carr, the 37 and the 65. In the 1-2 positions. Pulling away from the rest of the field, coming up on traffic. Keep your eyes on the leaders. The 37, Army, the 65 car. Coming up the left of the field. As we close in on the halfway mark in this race. This could be interesting. We're halfway there, halfway through this one. 10 down, 10 to go. Dennis Army, the 37, Carr, the 65, Lindquist, while running third, spins to the start-finish line, and we go yellow. Oh, what a Becker, Lance, and Funk, and so on in the pit area. Green flag. Good battle up there as they go down the back straightaway. Still Army, the 37. Alan Raper trying to make a move in car number 13. He has won main events here before, but in the late model class, not in the super modified. Dennis Army pulling away a little bit. Car 37. The 37, Cedro Woolley. Can he do it? Can he go 2 in a row? His first ever 2 wins, we'll see. 65, ADPC, Jim Carr. This would be his best ever finish. Alan Raper running third, the 13. Ed Evans fourth, the 73. And Jerry Mundy fifth in the 3C. Army and Bundy, the only 2 drivers on the track that have ever won a super modified main event here at Skagit, and they only have 1 each. Here's the battle for second between Carr and Raper. Watch those 2. Dennis Army touching wheels with Hancock down the backstretch. We've got John Hyatt's car going sour in the 50 machine. Army barely got through traffic there. We'll watch it again. 37 Army. You know that Jim Carr and Alan Raper would lob a yellow flag about this time to close up the gap and move closer to Army. Dennis Army with a little bit of open track right now. Laps slowly running out. The Army crew again, very tense, very excited, just as they were last week. place. Wow, what a finish. And 2 in a row, Lutar. Tony Lutar, he is from Surrey. 25 laps. Sprint car feature. Green flag. Well, let's see. Cross your fingers. Let's get some laps in the books here. Guys making some moves early. It's going to be a wild one. Down the back straightaway. Into 3, out of 4, trying to get 1 lap in the books. We've got an early leader. Bob Burrow, your early leader. In car number 7B, down the back straightaway. Somebody grinding out there. Leo Boyd makes the move. Your leader, Bob Burrow, starting to run away. Bob Burrow, your leader, running second. Alan Munn, third. Butch Gilbert, fourth. Oh, Jerry Hudson almost doing a backflip, having all kinds of handling problems in the 76E. Newley's got power in the 76E machine. Here's your battle for second. Three car battle. Glenn Gilbert and Houston. What a tremendous battle for second spot. Alan Munn, 42, 73, Mark Houston, 04, Gilbert, Leo Boyd ready to make a move. Brownfield now. Coming to the pack at car number 66. Everybody hooking up well so far out there. Down the back straightaway. Down to number 2 is your lead car. The red car, the 7B, Bob Burrow. Bob Burrow into traffic. Very hectic now. Into traffic. The 3-car battle for second continues. Alan Munn closing the gap. Whoop. Houston and Gilbert. What a battle for the lead. Houston making a move for second. He's got it. Can he bring it down? He can. It's quite a battle for the lead. Alan Munn goes into second. They are doing it royally. Houston gets by Munn in turn number 2. Houston goes into second. He sets his sights on Burrow. Your lead car, the 7B, right on his tail, the 73 car, Mark Houston. Running third, 42, Alan Munn. Here comes Houston making a move on the inside. Can he do it? Yes! In turn number 3. Mark Houston takes the lead. Bob Burrow tries to get it back in the 7B. And Burrow gets it back. Bob Burrow, Mark Houston doing it grand out there right now. Houston in the traffic having a problem with Tony Lutar. But he holds off to your leader, Bob Burrow in the 7B. Here comes Mark Houston again. Mark Houston upstairs. He gets him in turn number 2. Oh, man, what a battle out there. Houston now stuck in traffic. Bob Burrow trying to set him up, and Houston's got some moves. Can he? No, not yet. Houston goes high. Will it pay off? Yes, it does. Houston, a nice, beautiful move in the 73. Mark Houston, your leader. Mark Houston, your leader. Oops, Bob Burrow making contact, and he has a problem now in the 7B. Looks like a flat tire. And we go yellow. What a tough race for Bob Burrow. Running a super race. Mark Houston and Bob Burrow putting on a first-class show out there. My, oh my, boy, they do it good tonight. Alan Munn, he's set to make a move. We'll see. 12 down. We're trying to go to 25. Jim Dennis out of the green, out of 4. Green flag. Down the back straightaway. It is 73 Mark Houston, your leader. Running second, 42 Alan Munn. Running third, the 5 car. Leo Boyd making a charge. 66 Brownfield. Brownfield now running fourth. Gilbert tries to get it back in the 04. Brownfield now making some moves in the 66. What's your leader? Here he is, 73 Mark Houston. Second, 42 Alan Munn. Third, Leo Boyd in the 5. Fourth now, 66 Fred Brownfield. Followed by Gilbert, the 04 into the 76E.
Yeah, you can hear you out there. Make some noise. Mark Houston, a job well done. Car number 73 giving a little wave to his fan sitting up there. And what a wild and excellent sprint car main event that was. One race to go tonight. The late models coming up for their feature. And what a great program we had tonight. If you got to leave, be sure to use your turn signals. Help the parking people get you out quickly. Invite you to stick around if you're in the program contest. Still got a chance to maybe make a few dollars out there.
Yes, the 01 is Dick Hamner, and the 16, Tim Wasson out of Anacortes. And we are just about ready to go green. 10 cars, 15 laps. And in the next couple of weeks, we can expect a couple of new late models. Veteran driver out of Langley, BC, Doc Dockendorf, is just about ready to go in a brand new car, number 66 that we saw tour here for many years. Be nice to have the doctor back with us, as well as Mike Hurlbert's former car, the car that Dane Smith used to drive out of Medford, Oregon. Mike has sold that, and apparently it will be ready very, very shortly as well. So late models looking for a couple of additions in the weeks to come. Tough break for Ken Womack to feature main event second place finishes in the first two races this year, and currently running second in point standings. This will definitely jeopardize his hold on the runner-up position, that's for sure. He is not able to make it out tonight after his drama in the heat race. Motor problems. Terry Smith now in the pit area. Car number 71. They're trying to get things sorted out there and pushing him off. And hopefully he'll make it out for the green. Here he comes right now. He will make it out, but he'll be a little bit behind the rest of them. 10 cars, 15 laps. It's Tim Levine, your early leader. A many-time feature winner here at Skagit Speedway. Looking to pick up his first here tonight of 87. Backstretch, Tim Levine, the 7. It's Mike Powers in the 40, running strong. Third place, a battle between Hurlbert and Nutter. The 1 and 51 cars. Jeff Fletcher running in 5th, the 36 car. The leader, Tim Levine. And again, you see the water coming out of the radiator located in the rear of the number 7 car. Apparently we've got debris in turn 3. Apparently there is something on the track in turn 3, so we will go yellow, and we will see if this becomes a problem. Car number 7, we saw it in the heat, but a healthy margin, especially now that Ken Mag is retired tonight. There's the green flag. We'll see what happens. Goes into second, car number 1. These two cars have battled many times over the years here at Skagit. Last year it was Levine in the same car. It was Harding behind the wheel of the chassis and body that Hurlbert is piloting right now. We'll see if he can get by heating problems on car 7. The night is over, and what a tough break for Levine. We told you there was a definite possibility of that happening. It could be all a formality now, as Mike Hurlbert is all by himself. Look at the battle for second, though. It's Lewis Nutter and Terry Smith. It's Nutter, the 51, trying to hold off the 71 of Smith. Jeff Fletcher running fourth in the 36, fifth. The 54 of Fred Getz looking very good in his first ever Skagit appearance. There is your leader, the car ready to go 3 for 3 here at Skagit Speedway. The combination of that bullet chassis and the Myron Demmer motor really finding the Skagit clay to its liking right now. Mike Hurlbert, car number 1. Still the battle for second. Nutter, the 51. And Smith, the 71. Fletcher still running fourth in the 36 car. Lap slowly running out. Smith is going to spin. And that'll put Fletcher into third, or will it? Fletcher trying to get the 36 car going again, and we go yellow. So we're going to have another interesting finish here. And hopefully we will see Fred back here in the weeks to come. It's Hurlbert the leader, Nutter and Fletcher. Green flag. Hurlbert and Fletcher goes into second as they take the green flag. Can Fletcher put any kind of pressure on the number 1 car? We will see as they come out of 4. Just 2 laps to go now. The 1 of Hurlbert running away with it. The 36 of Fletcher. This would be his best ever Skagit Speedway finish if he held on for second. Out of turn number 2. There is the white flag. We have 1 more lap to go. 1 more time around for Mike Hurlbert. And that crew will be 3 out of 3. Into turn number 3 and out of 4. It'll be Hurlbert picking up the win. Second place. A good ride for Jeff Fletcher. Third place, Lewis Nutter. Fourth, Fred Getz. Fifth, Terry Smith. That is it, ladies and gentlemen, for this evening. Thank you so much for being a part of our show tonight. Definitely making up for